All right, all right. Is this the XO Sports Talk Show?
Yeah, you see the symbol?
Yes, sir.
Is this the XO Sports Talk Show?
You see the
You got
symbol?
We got 1, 2, and 3. The 3 degrees. And we're here to take you in one more time to the XO Sports Talk Show. And we're coming at you live. Today is Thursday, July the 28th, 2022. And the XO Sports Talk Show is back. We're -2 right now. Aaron and Malcolm, they couldn't be here with us tonight, but we're going to send a shout out and show some love to our brothers, you know, that they'll be back next week with us so we can have the whole band together. But just in case they don't make it back, the 3 degrees will be right back here again, and they'll do it all over because we got the hottest sports talk show in the land. What's up, fellas? XO Sports Talk. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Emerson?
Man, what's happening, Terry? What's going on, man?
What's up, Brian? How you doing, man?
Doing all right, man. All right. Top billing. Milk is
Brian,
going.
what's up, my brother? What's up? What's up?
All right. Yep.
We here,
Congrats
brother.
to the young
We're here. We're here, man.
Yes, sir. You heard it here, folks. We got our swagger back. We
don't always have our swagger back. You know I got my swagger back.
Yes, sir. All right. Before we kick off the show, XO Sports Talk would like to thank all our current viewers and subscribers for their support. For those of you checking in or checking us out for the first time, we're currently streaming on all your favorite podcast platforms. If you are watching the show on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you can hear us and discuss some of the latest news and rumors going on in the world of sports. And if you like what you hear from the channel, hit that share button so you can share the channel with family and friends. And as always, feel free to join in on the conversation or on the live chat. And you can call in and as well at 475-221-5006.
Man, that sounds like a plan. I hope they call in.
Oh, yeah.
They'll call us in. We want to talk to somebody.
Oh, yeah. And once again, we have Debbie Gamble in the chat tonight.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
cool.
Debbie.
Cool. Hello. Yeah. All right, hello. Welcome to XO Sports Talk.
Oh, you should be up there before us.
Listen, I know, man. Listen, man. We might have to. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
If you get a chance, whenever you get the chance, call in. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
But that being said, Emerson, what's going on in the world of Major League Baseball, man?
Man, listen, there's a lot going on, Terry. There's a whole lot going on, Brian. Listen, you know what time it is. We're just coming out of the All-Star break, and listen, teams are gearing up for that run to the playoffs, and they're putting themselves in playoff contention. So you know the trade deadline is coming up, and everybody's trying to make moves. Players, there's rumors and more rumors on top of rumors. And the biggest topic right now is Juan Soto, the one and only Juan Soto, that wonderful power hitting 23-year-old for the Nationals. Nobody knows where he's going, but everybody says they know where he's going. We're just going to have to sit back and wait and see. We know there's teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers, of course, that have the draft capital or players down in the farm system that they can use. And also they have the finances and the means to make it happen. Mm-hmm. This gentleman turned down $440 million. That's a lot of money. Wow. I'm talking about money. Yes, a lot of money. Listen, I don't know what his objective is, but we're going to see. And I know some people were saying, well, that, the contract wasn't that good. It was 14 years or 15 years, and he's probably not going to be paid what the top players are getting right now. But all I saw those numbers was $440 million. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. But anyway, for my power rankings this week, I got my usual 5, and they're right there rolling again. I got my Los Angeles Dodgers, y'all. They're 65-32. Listen, they might be in that Juan Soto sweepstakes. Watch out. You know, they're always looking to improve their team, even though they got one of the best records in the major leagues right now. They're always looking. They're getting ready to get some of their great pitching back, and their offense has been carrying them. Listen, they went through July like they were just on fire. They lost, had a little bump in the road, lost a couple of games, but they got right back on track. I'm telling you, they're going to be there at the end. You better stay tuned. And they're also looking at JD Martinez. So we think the Dodgers are going to add another bat to that lineup and some more pitching. Everybody's looking for pitching. Listen, the New York Yankees, who just lost the Subway Series to the Mets, they're coming in number 2 in my power rankings this week. I was so happy to see the Mets beat up on them. And listen, it was called the Max Scherzer Show. Max, Mad Max. And he was just throwing some heaters there. And the judge, man, Aaron Judge went down swinging. Down goes Judge swinging. I was loving every minute of it. I'm telling you. So, but the Yankees, they added a new leadoff hitter. What's his name? Andrew Batindi. Yes, from the Royals. And he's going to be leading off for the Yankees. I think he's 0 for 2 already tonight, but they just acquired him from the Royals. Actually, he was traded right there in the lobby, from what I understand. Wow. Just had to switch one team bus and go to another team bus. And hey, that's just how it goes sometime, man. You never know. Nothing's guaranteed. But coming in number 3 on my power rankings this week are the Houston Astros. Listen, I hear they're looking for a bat, too, at the trade deadline. They could be looking at Josh Bell from the Nationals because the Nationals are having a fire sale. So do we really want the Houston Astros to add more firepower? But that's what looks like they're going to be doing. So stay tuned to see what happens there for the Houston Astros. They're already a great team right now, and I just know they're going to be there somewhere in playoff contention and playing for the World Series, so watch out. So also coming in at number 4, the New York Mets. Go, Mets, go. Listen, I think they had their World Series already. Anytime they can beat up on the Yankees, that's a World Series win. Listen, all the hot dogs in New York went on sale when the Mets beat the Yankees. All them hot dogs. They had Joey Chestnuts, who won the hot dog eating contest. He was at the game. He was like, listen, hot dogs on me, everybody. I just won the hot dog eating contest again, as long as the Mets could beat the Yankees. Listen, I think the Mets are looking for a DH somewhere. They just made a move already for a DH. Dan Vogelbach. So they got him from the Pirates. They're trying to add some juice to their lineup. Everybody's making that push going down the stretch. So listen, a lot of things are happening. Coming in at number 5 in my power rankings this week are the Atlanta Braves. Listen, Austin Riley, his 18-game hitting streak came to an end on Tuesday night. But listen, they just had a 14-game win streak. Listen, they're just doing what the Atlanta Braves know how to do, and that's win baseball games. You know they're going to be. You know what happened last year after the All-Star break. It seemed like they just catch a spaceship or something and they just take right off and they just supersede everybody that comes in their way. So watch out for the Atlanta Braves. Listen, and my another team that I'm putting right there as my 5A team are the Seattle Mariners. Listen, they're playing great ball, won 17 out of 20 games. Listen, they may be making some moves at the trade deadline. I'm hearing a lot of good rumors about them. So they be adding a bat or some pitching in the bullpen. So watch out because the Seattle Mariners, here they come. Listen, that is my news in the world of Major League Baseball for this week. So a lot is happening. Stay tuned for the Juan Soto sweepstakes. It's going to be hot. Woo!
Yeah.
Like you said, everybody's making that playoff run. We'll see how that Yankee acquisition pays out, man. But my Mets, they're hanging in.
Remember, I picked them. Mets.
Big sweep for them.
The New York Mets. It was Mad Max.
And
He
it
was
was
just
good to
throwing.
see
He was
Short
just throwing sliders. He was throwing changeups. He was throwing fastballs. He said, "Come on, Judge. Let me see what you got." And he was just being Mad Max that he is.
Yeah, it
What
was
a
That's
good
great
that
picture.
it
Great
paid
picture.
off, that they paid,
Yeah,
all the money that they gave him. Hopefully it can
absolutely.
pay off in the playoff.
oh yeah.
I wish he would have got the win and not got the no decision.
Right. Yeah.
I wish he
Yeah.
would have got that because
Yeah.
he pitched great.
He pitched great. Oh my goodness, I was loving it.
That's why they got him.
That's why they got him.
You
Yeah.
know.
Great pitching always beats great hitting.
Yeah.
Pitching.
But they-
Gotta have it. You gotta have it.
Remember the saying though.
Uh,
The chicks dig the long ball.
oh yeah.
Remember that. Never forget
Oh
that.
yeah.
That was a
Oh
classic
yeah.
commercial. Yeah.
But moving right along, into the NBA, the Boston Celtics are in trade talks with the Brooklyn Nets. The big talk or big rumor is Kevin Durant for Jaylen Brown. Do you guys make that trade if you're the Celtics? Emerson.
Well, listen, we understand what Kevin Durant brings. He's all world, probably one of the top 10 players to ever play in the NBA with his skill set, his height, his length, his dribbling ability, shooting ability, knowledge of the game. But Kevin Durant is 34 years old right now. Kevin Durant is coming off a major injury the last couple of years. Kevin Durant has only played about 60 games, 70, maybe 70, 80 games in the last 3 years or so. That concerns me. As great as he is, the star power that he brings, he's 34. And we're talking about a top talent. Not taking anything away from that.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown has youth on his side. And somebody told me years ago that Father Time is undefeated. And I know he's still at the top of his game, and he's one of the most elite players right now. But the draft capital that would have to go into place to make this trade happen, I don't know if I want to do that if I'm Boston. I like the pieces Boston just added this year, this offseason. I don't know if I want to get rid of Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown and whatever else they're trying to give up. You just added Daniel Gallinari. You just added Brogdon to this team.
Mhm.
I say run it back, Boston, with what you have.
Yeah.
I know it sounds good. Kevin Durant in the Boston Garden. I know that sounds good, but I like the team that you have. You were very close to taking down the Golden State Warriors this year. Boston, stick with what you have. As great as Kevin Durant is, but stick with what you have. Gallinari is going to be a great weapon for you this year. Brogdon's going to be a great weapon for you this year. I say stay there, stay the course. If it's me, I am not doing that trade, Terry. The answer to your question.
All right. Brian.
And I'm going to jump off on that. And I'm going to say Boston, they were right there. You got two budding stars. Just came off of finals appearance. So I wouldn't mess with that chemistry myself. I would kind of run that back because basically the Rudy Gobert trade basically messed up the market for trading because
Messed it
to
all
get
up.
someone like a Durant statue, you would basically have to tear your team apart and there's nothing left to build on. So you'll be right back at square one. And the way if I look at it in Boston hands, if you did it, you'll have Durant. That will be
Mm-hmm.
good. But
Mm-hmm.
your bench be weaker because you would have to give us some starters as well.
Absolutely.
As Emerson said, that will be putting mileage on AD because he will be playing more minutes because he won't have bench to spell those players and time. And also, I look at it as this as well because if you give up, to me, well, let me backtrack a little bit. If you have AD Tatum. They're both great players, but on the floor, they kind of speak with their game. They don't speak verbally. Marcus
Hmm.
Smart is the person that, intangible person that brings it verbally to players' faces. Where
Yes, he
you ain't doing
does.
your assignment, if you ain't doing this, he's gonna let you know. KD and Tatum are kind of quiet assassins, but
Yes,
me, I wouldn't do that trade. I'm not giving up none of the Williams. Not doing that. I'm
exactly.
not
He
giving
was a
up
big
Yeah.
piece.
Brown.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that ain't happening. So I wouldn't do that trade.
Yeah. For me, I mean, I, I don't make that trade either. If I'm Boston, I mean, just what the Nets are asking for. I mean, like you said, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown. I think Grant Williams was thrown in the
Hmm.
mix, and they don't just want a pick, they want
They want
multiple
everything.
picks.
Yeah.
And then I think they were asking for like maybe one more player from the rotation.
Yeah.
I look at it like this, man. Boston made the finals last season. They beat the Nets to get there and
Right.
Milwaukee,
Right.
right?
Yep.
And I
Mhm.
think, Jaylen Brown was one of the biggest reasons why they got there, alongside Tatum,
Absolutely. Yes.
And I think, if you look at it, you get Durant, realistically, you're looking at a short-term rental to get a championship.
Yeah.
Where you both Brown and Tatum, I think Brown will only be 26 next
Exactly.
season. Tatum's only going to be 25. And I feel like as long as they're together, that, Boston's window to win an NBA title is wide open.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Kevin Durant, he's a top 5 elite player in the league,
Absolutely.
but he will be 34. Like I said, it's a short-term upgrade. And if you don't win a title,
Yeah.
it's a bad upgrade. There's
Exactly.
as good as Kevin Durant is. I think I mentioned it last week. The Eastern Conference is not a walk in the park anymore.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like it was a few years back.
Absolutely.
And then let's say you do get past the Eastern Conference. Who are you facing in the Western Conference?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
Sure.
I like the way the Celtics are made up right now. They have a really deep bench and good bench. They have enough length, and they have enough players on defense to give players like a Giannis fits. We just saw it this past year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I just feel like if you look at their finals loss, it was the first time going to the finals against Golden State. And they lost to not just a superstar, but let's face it, Steph Curry is one of those generational superstars that come along once in a while. First ballot Hall of Famer, and the team, that team, Golden State, I mean, you could say from like 2015 to now, they're kind of been a dynasty in the league.
Yeah.
Sure.
So at the end of the day, I like seeing teams like a Golden State build from within and then win it all, which I think the Celtics could do. I mean, they have to remain healthy, but they can do it. So I definitely don't make that trade.
Yeah. And then, we're talking about KD going into like his 14th, 15th year in the league.
Right.
Like we have to look at all of those things. Those are major things to look at when we're talking about considering making this trade, And Jaylen Brown, we don't know. His ceiling is still climbing. His ceiling is still climbing.
Tatum too.
Tatum as well.
Yeah.
So
very rare that you have 2 elite wing 3 and D players. They're prime. Not even they're just entering the prime.
Right, exactly. Then I've been having a lot of speculation about this whole thing when Kevin Durant just kind of came out and asked for a trade after Kyrie had just a day earlier opted in on his deal that he wanted to stay. Do you think Kevin Durant was doing some of that to offset other teams on making moves in the offseason? Just a little quiet speculation that I had. Just a little quiet speculation.
I don't see that. If anything,
Because if he throws this out there the move that I was going to make in the offseason, maybe I'm holding up. Wait, what do they want before we go and get this other player or sign this other player? I'm sorry. I just think outside the box like that.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you never know.
Because why would you want to leave? You got Kyrie back. You got Joe Harris. You have Patty Mills. You have some other pieces that you brought in there. Like, I mean, KD, what else do you want?
I would say
What else do you
no,
want?
because
What is the problem?
whatever
KD,
you
why
say,
did you ask for a trade? I want to know why did you ask for a trade, KD? We need to hear from you.
whatever he would have said basically would annul and void anything. Nothing would have really happened because what superstar can you say would or would have not moved?
Mm.
Yeah.
Can't think
Yeah,
of
I mean,
anybody.
there's been rumors. There was rumors that he was upset about the whole Kyrie contract situation.
Right.
You know, that was his boy, and you know that was kind of his way for standing up for him. But again, I don't know.
But he came out with this after Kyrie opted in, so I was a little, just me and my speculation. That's all.
Well, I would say be more concerned about what happened next because I don't see if Kyrie will wind up staying or the Nets will
Man,
keep him.
I think that organization is in a little disarray right now. How about that?
Well, we'll know before trade deadline because if they're not gonna let him go for nothing, they'll get rid of him.
They're all in disarray. They're kind of like some craziness going on, like what Draymond Green said. He wants a $100 million plus extension. Draymond, please, come on, Draymond, cut that out. You couldn't get a $100 million extension if you paid for it yourself. Stop it. Stop it. He was benched in the finals. Come on, man. Nobody's giving you $100 million. Stop it, Draymond. Stop it. When Clay was out and when Steph was out, Draymond, you had a chance to show us who you were, and you averaged about 8 points. Come on, stop. Stop.
Well, you know what? That's his agent talking.
Yeah, stop.
See what you can get.
Stop it, Draymond.
Yeah.
And again, we've been talking about it, but Rudy Gobert, he messed the market up, man.
Messed the market up.
It's inflated the market.
He inflated it.
I don't know.
Like gas prices. Come on, Rudy.
Minnesota was thinking.
Come on, Rudy.
They're trying to win, man. Well, I know they were just trying to take some of the load off of Towns.
Yeah.
You know. But we'll see.
If you would say any other team, nobody else was given that.
Nobody.
So you basically was bidding against yourself. Nobody was given that.
Oh yeah, they did. They did bid against themselves. But
we're gonna see.
You know,
we shall see.
They're trying to make a run for it, but we'll see how it pans out.
I don't know if I want to put all my eggs in the basket with a guy named Rudy.
Oh, Rudy, man. Come
on, man. They made a movie about Rudy.
It's a classic
movie.
Man.
I'm gonna say it again. I don't know if I want to put all my eggs in the basket with a guy that's named Rudy.
Well, we'll see how it pans out. We'll see. So
Giuliani,
Kyler Murray comes to a.
Nah, I didn't say that. Adam Sandler said that.
But yeah, guys, Kyler Murray comes to a contract agreement with the Arizona Cardinals for 6 years. That could pay him up to $235 million. Yeah, you heard it right. $235 million.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money, yeah.
A lot of money.
Is this a good or bad deal for the Arizona Cardinals? Brian.
That's a good move for the Cardinals. He played a position, got them in the playoffs, missing their best wide receiver, so that took a hit. Them proceeding and going further. But it's good to see Kyler get the money. Anybody who plays in that field of work. Good to see that they get it because they earn it. Their careers could be cut very short, not a very long span in it. But with that contract, had a couple of clauses in there which me was unexpected and unheard of him having to put in 4 hours of video or film, and I want to see if this comes out turn a what should be a positive situation into a negative for the team and himself or one of the coaching, because this had to come from somewhere that they're saying that he's not putting in the work or due diligence that he should be putting in. And only thing I can think of is it basically would either be the coach, head coach, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. So I want to see if this carries over into the season where you start to see some issues, rifts between Tyler, coach, or the team itself. Well, I'm glad he did get his money.
Emerson.
I have to agree with Bryant here. Glad to see him get his money, but I didn't like some of the language that was in the contract. I mean, I don't know. Can he go to the movies, Brian, Terry? Can he do his laundry? What time does he have to do his laundry? Do the Cardinals have to know what time he's doing his laundry? Do they need to know what time he's, I don't know, playing kickball with his kids? I don't know. There's just a lot of language in that contract that I didn't like. And I understand we want to see our quarterback put in the work, put in the time so that he can actually be the franchise quarterback and be the face of this franchise. And we understand what that's all about. And I believe Kyler is very familiar with that, being around some of the greats of this game. He's been well mentored, comes from a good family background. But I just didn't like some of the language in the contract. Yeah. It's good to see him get his money. Yes, you deserve it. You go out there on that field every day. The league is making their money, and you should get paid as well. But now I just don't like the control aspect that some of the owners are putting on players today. And don't get me wrong. I understand they're billionaires, and listen, I get it. But there's some language that I think is just going over the line just a little bit. So I think maybe the NFL needs to look into some of that. I don't know if they can, but we need to maybe take a closer look at that. Is that what's going to happen to the next NFL player or next defensive lineman, next running back? Okay, yeah, you need to be here 18 hours a day. We don't want you going to the movies. We don't want you hanging at a party. And I understand we don't want you riding dirt bikes and, all those things. And is it just taking away the life of an NFL player outside of football? So I just want to see where that goes from here. But congratulations to Kyler. I hope to see him get better because I saw some regression with him. And I understand he lost one of his receivers, but I did see some regression with him in his game. They came out of the box hot last year. Like, oh, wow, the Cardinals, they're on fire. Whoa, oh, my God, people are putting them in the Super Bowl before it even happens. But I saw some regression there. So let's just wait and see what happens and make sure that he can live up to this major contract that he just received.
Yeah, I think for me, I agree with both of you guys. I mean, he has to. I mean, the way the contract is written, allegedly, he has to study film for 4 hours each week, and this is outside of, I guess the
outside of the facility.
Yeah. So I mean, it raised some eyebrows for me. I mean, he's a professional. Like you said, Emerson, they started off hot last year. What, 7-1?
Something like that.
I think at one point,
6-1, something like that.
Yeah. And I heard or I've read that there were some rumors, I guess teams had, when he had gotten injured, they had a good scouting report on him when he came back. And I've heard the rumor throughout the organization, the Cardinals organization, that, they wanted him to do a little bit more film study because they felt like other teams' defenses had caught up to him, or
kind of caught up to him. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I guess, like I said, he's a professional. The first thought that came to my mind is they're kind of treating him like, I'm not going to say a kid. I'll say a college football
player.
Right. Again, 7-1 start last year. He was offensive rookie of the year in 2019. I think he's been to the Pro Bowl over the last 2 seasons. So I'm glad that he got his money. Like you said, Brian, I'm very glad that he got his money, but something's not right here. And if you look between the lines, I mean, what quarterback in the NFL that's a great quarterback over the years to now is not studying film?
Yeah,
exactly.
They know
what
practice.
It takes. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I just didn't understand it when I heard about some of the language. I'm like, I said, well, you know what? Maybe they're going to start asking how many times he goes to the bathroom throughout the course of a week. Does he have time to go to the bathroom?
Well,
right.
Beyond that, you said he was like a college player. College teacher just kind of give you the lessons and be like, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Remind me of high school.
Right.
When you had an open period or you had a study hall.
Right.
That's what it reminded me of. You're going to study hall. The other people got an open period. So,
yes. And then on top of that, I mean, now this is what I've read, so I'm going to say is rumored or alleged. Some of the details in the contract talk about things that he can't do while studying film, like playing video games, watching TV, and going on the internet,
like his phone or something. Yeah, there was about his phone.
I mean, what is that all about? What's that?
Where they get that information from? That's what I'm saying.
This is what I've read.
Yeah.
And maybe this is why he was a little disgruntled after the season when we were talking about, and they were talking about maybe Kyler not showing up for camp and all these different things. So maybe when they were presenting that to him, he was like, "Oh no, hell no, I'm not signing that."
Right? Yeah.
And so I don't know. So now things are starting to come to the surface a little bit. So let's see how this plays out. I think he has all the talent in the world, though.
Yeah. Plus, on top of that, I mean, think about it. Like, if the way the contract's written, supposedly, if they find out that he's doing some of those things, it's going to cost them like $100 million. Like, again, like how do you prove that? Like, to me, that just spells trouble because. Right, that could get ugly. Let's face it.
Do they have a babysitter that's going to be with him 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
When he gets out of the shower, okay, all right, after you dry off, come and study this film. I mean, after you finish eating your steak, come and study this film. I don't understand, and I'm just trying to look at this language, and I don't want to take it another way, but let's just see what happens. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, I mean.
Way too. It's not just, if he do the term of the contract, it's not just 1 year. We talking about, how old is he now? We talking about contract.
It's a 6 year. It's a 6-year deal.
So we talking about 6-year deal into his 30s, and somebody's telling you, "Oh, you can't do this."
Right.
You can't do that.
Yeah. And not only that,
you can't go to church Sunday. You got to be studying film.
But not only that, guys, he could lose $100 million. I know these guys are getting paid a lot of money, but $100 million is still
a lot of money.
$100 million. It's a lot of money to lose.
It's a lot of money.
I just don't see Kyler Murray or his agent saying, "Oh, you caught me. Here's $100 million."
Yeah,
they're gonna fight it, and
exactly.
That's trouble. That's trouble.
Now the league gets involved, and then it's a
players union. You know. Again, but
what does this say about Lamar Jackson's contract going forward? hey, oh yeah, Lamar, by the way, we want to give you this deal, but it's going to be kind of similar to what Kyler Murray got. We need to know that you're not out partying and you're not. Where are we going with this right now?
Right.
I'll tell you.
And then
And Lamar wants that contract done before the season starts.
He should get it done. He shouldn't even play. I wouldn't even him.
Yeah,
Stay
he
on the
should get his
sidelines
money.
rather. That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
He wants that contract done ASAP.
Should get it done.
Yes. I don't know. It's crazy because to me, ask the greats. They probably couldn't even put a number of how many hours they study film.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if what 4 hours is what the baseline? Like, we'll see how this pans out, man. But
Yeah.
this could be trouble.
Or something.
No,
Somebody
absolutely.
said something.
Oh yeah.
Ain't the owner,
Oh, yeah.
because the owners ain't hanging around down there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, you're hanging out with your friends too much. We need you here at the facility.
Yeah, we gotta see how.
You can't go to your family reunion this week, But coach, it's the off season. What do you mean? No, we need you back at the facility.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that pans out and how it's gonna work out, but we'll stay tuned, man.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay
But
tuned.
Tampa Bay signs wide receiver Julio Jones to a 1-year deal. Guys, do you think the signing is a good or bad signing by Tampa Bay? Emerson.
Listen, Julio, you ain't what you used to be. And that's why you've been a free agent this long. Julio, I'm sorry. He was one of the most feared receivers, had such a great career at Alabama.
Yeah.
I can't get this guy to keep from tripping over his toe. If he goes to the bathroom, he might get hurt. And Julio, listen, you've always been one of the top receivers this game has ever seen. You've displayed some amazing ability on the field when you were available. And as my boy Malcolm, who's not here tonight with us, would say, the best ability is availability. And Julio, you just don't have the availability. So I want to say this is a bad trade. He'll probably pull a hammy by the second game or by the second practice that he has, and he'll be out for 4 games, and he'll be on the sideline coaching up the other receivers. That's what Julio's going to do. And then they'll just say, you know what, let's just make him a coach the rest of the season. That's my theory on the Julio Jones signing.
Right.
This trade is like stale bread. It really is hard. There's nothing there. Not fresh. Tampa Bay, they're just trying to catch lightning in a bottle to me. I don't know if they are thinking that he can fill a void somewhat of Antonio Brown. They had that, and that whole fiasco just backfired on them. But if AB would have stayed on track, they would have probably had a good chance to get to the Super Bowl. Maybe they're just trying this with Julio. But as Emerson said, he can't seem to stay healthy. He's got mileage on him. He was one of the greatest wide receivers in that era that come out, that size, being able to do the things that he was able to do. But collectively, Tampa to me, they're just making a run. And at some point in time, it's going to backfire. You have a bunch of older players at your most skilled positions in offense.
Mm-hmm.
Got Tom Brady, you got that backup is Blaine Gabbert. Got Fournette. He's not that old. He's 27, but in a running back position, playing 6 years, that's
got some miles.
On him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans, been in the years nine years.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere like that, yeah.
He's kind of stay injury as well. And then you got, if Rob decides to come back, Gronkowski decides to come back.
Oh, man.
So these are all skill positions where you got these
guys are hurt
players, and they're trying to make a run. And at some point in time, it's all just going to backfire, and then not going to do anything.
I mean, Julio, he's great. He might get hurt playing flag football, just beach
Yeah.
volleyball.
Yeah.
He might get hurt playing beach volleyball. I don't know, man. So good luck to
Yeah.
him.
I mean, I would say, I know Julio Jones said one of the reasons he joined Tampa is because he wanted to he wanted to win a Super Bowl with the man who kept him from winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we know the motivation is there from Julio from that standpoint, but the biggest question, like you guys just said, is can he stay healthy? Now, if he can stay healthy, I do feel like they made that signing. He's a big wide receiver.
Okay.
He's not a tight end, but he's a big target.
Mhm.
I think they were trying to kind of fill that void from Gronk retiring. And so if you look at Julio and then you go to Mike Jones, another big wide receiver, and then they picked up what's his name?
Who else they got?
Russell Gage.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
tall, big wide receiver.
Yep.
Okay.
And they have Chris Godwin as a speedster, right?
Mhm.
So if you look at it, you got
Looks good. Looks good on paper.
Yeah, it looks good on paper. Again, with Brady's accuracy, he'll put the ball, especially with a big target.
Yeah, man. But Julio, man, he's
got to be healthy. He's got to be healthy.
He'll get hurt in the team elevator, man. On the way to the game, man. It just, what happened, man? And look at him, and he's just holding his ankle or something, man. I don't know. I stepped on the elevator wrong or something, man.
Yeah.
Who gets
is
hurt?
He related? Is he related to Anthony Davis?
Hey,
they might be cousins or something.
Hey, man.
That's what it sounds like. That sounds like Anthony Davis to me.
Yep.
But yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like Brian said, they're trying to make a run. They're trying to get some pieces for Brady to work with and try to make that Super Bowl run. But on paper, they have the potential, but we'll see if they can all stay healthy. Let's not forget, Brady is not a spring chicken himself. So,
yeah, Julio, king of the hamstrings.
Yeah. So we'll see how it all works out.
Yep.
But in Chicago, the city of Chicago is trying to fend off a Bears exit to the suburbs. Mayor Lori Lightfoot unveiled renovation proposals to Soldier Field on Monday that include a dome with a price tag of up to $2.2 billion.
Oh my goodness,
guys!
They want to.
Is Mayor Lightfoot on the right foot or the bad foot for trying to keep the Chicago Bears in Chicago? Brian.
As a pure football fan, well, I'll start the other way around. As a business person, is probably the right foot. It's always good to have more. But as a pure football fan, I'm gonna say it's not the foot. To me, places like Soldier Field, Green Bay Stadium, like Lambeau, what is another one? Buffalo. Weather and element brings things to the game you can't foresee. So bringing a dome, it takes that away from it. So if you imagine even a warm weather team, your team, Green Bay. I'm sorry, San Fran. When Barry Sanders would come, what did they do? They watered the grass, had the grass thick, slow them down.
Allegedly,
outside elements bring that to the game. And just to think of it in another way, think of like Minnesota, team that used to be nobody wanted to go play there in December, January, and all that. Now you go down there like a resort. You got a dome. It doesn't matter. Weather doesn't play a factor at all. So I kind of hate to see that go with teams like that because nothing better than seeing a game in the snow, muddy game, match
Hmm.
play. So I, as a pure fan, I don't like it.
Yeah, I hear you, Emerson.
Man, you mean to tell me we're gonna take away the Great Fog Bowl? Do anybody
Yeah.
remember that? Come on now, listen, huh? That was a Mike Singletary running around in the Fog Bowl. Listen, I don't know what Lightfoot is doing. Maybe she needs to get on the good foot, as James Brown would say. You got to get on the good foot. Good God. All right. Well, listen, no, Lightfoot, get on the good foot. No dome. Leave Soldier Field alone. There's something about Soldier Field that just has a legendary feel to the NFL. And I don't want to see a dome on that stadium. I love it when it's cold down there. And as Chris Berman would say, Soldier Field. We're coming to Soldier Field. And just reminding everybody of how Walter Payton used to run on Soldier Field. Listen, you can't get rid of that. So I hope they figure that out quickly and put the big veto on that and keep the Bears right there so they can play at Soldier Field and that we can remember Soldier Field the way it used to be, Soldier Field.
Yeah, I think for me, I'll say this. If I was a Chicago native, I'll say she's on a good foot. Soldier Field has been the Bears' home for 50 years now. I think somewhere around there. And for me, like, I'm not even from Chicago, but there's some nostalgia there for me because that's all I know is the Bears, Monsters of the Midway, and Soldier Field.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But they're leasing that stadium from what I've heard, and it might not. Some things are they're not avoidable. Like things have happened in the past, right? Los Angeles Raiders and Rams, they're not in Los Angeles anymore. Baltimore Colts, they moved. And to be honest with you, the NFL, it didn't even skip a beat. It just thrived even more, and the NFL fan base grew even more. So I would like the city of Chicago to be able to keep the Bears there, but it might not be, they might not be able to do it. The one thing that I don't know if they were to stay, if I could put up with a dome stadium, though, like Brian, you said, I mean, I just can't imagine like no snow in Soldier Field. I mean, that's like saying you don't have rain in Seattle, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can't picture it. But again, the Vikings did it, like you said, Brian. So we'll see what happens. I say for the people of Chicago, fans of the Chicago Bears, that are from that area, I would like to see the Bears stay there, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. Money is always a factor in these decisions, so we'll see.
Yeah. Just tell her put some heated seats in the stands for the fans, Maybe we could do that. Yeah, just add some heated seats,
Heated seats.
Yeah, some heated seats. That's my proposal.
Yeah.
Lightfoot, if you're listening to me, all right, get on the good foot with this. Put some heated seats in the stands for the people. Yeah. How about
that?
Yeah.
That'll be a little that'll be a lot less than $2 billion.
Yeah.
$2.2 billion, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
And then they can sell. You buy 2 hot chocolates for the price of 1.
Okay. All right. I like where you're going with that. That's good marketing. Might have to get you on the city council out there.
Yeah. Tell them to fly me out there. I'll tell them everything they need to do.
But just make sure you can make the show. No obligations.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll do it. Listen, I'll do it from one of the press boxes at Soldier Field.
We're gonna do you like
I come on Exo Sports Talk. I'm coming to you live from Soldier Field, right here in the press box, and it's nice and warm in here.
No, we're gonna do you like Kyler Murray. We want you at home for an hour.
Man, no,
2 hours.
Nah, man, I don't. Nah, I'm not signing that contract, man. No, nope. No.
Now we know where Kyler Murray's coming from.
I want freedom. Freedom.
Oh man, crazy.
Freedom.
Oh my goodness,
man.
Guys, NFL training camps have officially opened. With that being said, who do you think will have a better NFL season? San Diego Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert or Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow? Emerson.
Oh my goodness, man. These are two of the young studs right now in our game of the NFL. And I am such fans of both of them. I'm fans of both of these guys. But that Joe Burrow kid, there's something special about him. He just has all the goods right now at a young age, and he's still learning the game. I call him Joe Cool. And I just believe that they're adding some pieces to that offensive line that's going to solidify that offensive line and even make him more effective. Just think about this, fellas. The numbers he's been able to put up, him and Chase, they've been doing it with a makeshift offensive line. And now that he's added some pieces and he's going to get some studs on that offensive line, they added some pieces in this draft, and I'm sure they're going to continue to add more in the drafts to come. Oh my goodness, Justin! He's got it too. Herbert out there. Both of these guys are the NFL's in great hands over the next few years with quarterbacks, and it's just it's good to see. But I'm going to go with Burrow.
You think Burrow's going to have a better season next year?
I think he's going to have a better season this year coming. Burrow is that guy because that stud receiver he has over there, Chase. He's unguardable. Yeah. Oh my God! He's just unguardable. I don't care who you want to put on him.
Yep.
And that was his rookie season last year.
Listen.
So he's only going to get better.
Listen. All right. So I haven't seen a receiver this polished this soon in a long time.
Yeah.
In a long time. And I'm going to say it again. Some of the throws that were off from Joe Burrow this year was because of the offensive line, because people were in his face and the pocket was getting pushed in his face. Chase probably would have had even more yards had the offensive line been a real solid offensive line. So,
Joe
Burrow was my guy, man. Joe Burrow and Chase.
Okay. All right. We got it on tape.
Yeah.
Brian.
This is a very tough one, man. Got two stars. They're already stars. Put it that way.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Me, looking at it, I got Burrow coming north. You got the Steelers, Ravens, Cleveland. Representative on our quarterback. Got the Ravens, Cleveland. But that division is always tough. They always beat up on each other. So with that, and then you got Herbert. We got the Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs. Question mark with the Chiefs, how they're going to be without Tyreek Hill. Raiders, we know they'll probably be right in the thick of things if they're ready to go to that next level. Broncos at Seattle quarterback.
For who?
Quarterback from Seattle for the Broncos.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But looking at it, to me, I think I'm gonna go with Herbert. Their record last year was 9-8. I think easily coach blew like 3 games.
Oh my God.
On fourth down,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Those are a few games. They should have been in the playoffs that year. So
yes,
we don't know what would happen. And then with the additions that
He's a riverboat gambler.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like he forgot he had a punter on the side on the payroll.
Yeah, he's a riverboat gambler. Go for it.
Go for it. Run our 25. I don't care. Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Huh?
So
He seems like he's playing PlayStation or something.
should have been checked.
He's got moxie. He's got a lot of moxie.
Yeah, it's the new NFL.
So I'm gonna go with Herbert. I like the additions on the defensive end. I think that's gonna give them more wins. You got Matt, who played well right out the box. Darwin James, great safety, whatever you want to call him, corner, nickel. And the big pickup I thought they had was Letty Brown, the running back.
Oh, yes.
Give you
that's a good pickup.
Yeah, that's a real good pickup.
Zone. Yep. Because what was it? Eckler. He's a good change of pace. Get you big yardage.
Yes.
When you need those tough 5 or 3 yards.
Those tough yards. Yeah. I call them dirty yards. Yes.
Yep. Exactly. So I think that's going to give them more wins right there. I'm going to take Herbert.
Okay.
I'll take Herbert.
All right.
Yep.
I mean,
it was a tough one, man.
That's tough.
Yeah. I agree. I think both of them. They're to me they're on the same level. You know what I mean? They could turn out both to be, again, this upcoming season to be on the same level, higher than what they were last year. I know statistically the stats say that Herbert was better, but again, like you said, Emerson, Burrows was, with the exception of the first 2 quarters of the Super Bowl last year, every time he dropped back, he was under pressure.
Pressure.
You know,
dude, he was sacked 9 times in a playoff game.
Right.
He was sacked 9 times in a playoff game.
Yeah. And that
probably hit maybe 12 times. I mean, come on.
Right.
Yep.
And that to me, that's big, because who knows? I mean, and let's not forget, right? If you look at wins and losses, Bengals were 10-6 last season. And like Brian said, that the coach is a riverboat gambler. The Chargers, I think they finished at 9-8. But I feel like I looked at some of the stats, and I can't even believe that they keep some of these stats, but Joe Burrow won out in terms of accuracy. He's a more accurate passer than Herbert. Justin Herbert had more interceptions than Joe Burrow last season.
Okay.
Even with Joe Burrow being hurried and rushed all the time and getting sacked. Now I don't know how much of that you want to kind of put on the coach, because the coach was taking a lot of chances late in games where maybe Herbert wouldn't have thrown an interception and they maybe would have just went for the field goal. But as far as other stats that they have out there, they have percentage accuracy, on target percentage, bad throw percentage, uncatchable ball percentages.
Wow.
And with all that being said, Joe Burrow won those percentage stats. And like I said,
Joe Cool.
Herbert right now doesn't appear to be as accurate as Joe Burrow. But all that aside, I feel like they are on the same level progression-wise. But I'll say this. I'm going to go, because I got to believe, I'm going to go Joe Burrow having a better season, because I have to believe that the Bengals are going to do a heck of a lot better job protecting him and pass protection this year.
That. I do believe
and if they don't, he's going to get hurt. Like he's been hurt in the past.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
Yeah, and that'd be a serious waste of talent. So I'm going to go Joe Burrow. Given that he gets good pass protection this year, I think he'll have the better year. So we'll see how it plays out.
Sounds like a plan.
But in other NFL news, DJ Metcalf just signed a deal. What was it today, Em?
Yeah,
I don't know the
DK Metcalf.
details.
I want to say it's like $74 million over 3 years, a 3-year extension. I think it's like 58 million guaranteed. He got like a $30 million signing bonus. So, you know, that's a new Bentley or something.
So
Yeah.
that being said, what does that leave for Debo?
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah.
Debo is going to be 80 plus,
Yeah.
maybe 100.
Yeah. You
I want
got
to say Debo's contract, he's going to be somewhere in that Devontae Adams range, about what, 20, was that, like 28 million a year?
Yeah.
So, you know, we might talk, he might be the first $30 million a year per year wide receiver.
Think he's gonna be there at the Niners then?
Hey,
Man, they got to take care. They got to take care of him, man. I mean,
yeah. So you're talking, he may be the first $30 million per season wide receiver.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is making 28 million per right now.
You gotta pay him.
Yep.
Debo does everything.
But if John Lynch, your head coach, throw that rookie quarterback out there, or your young quarterback out there without your best player, all positions, running back, wide receiver,
all of that. Yeah,
is doing them a disservice.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, you like we said last week. You have to give him all the tools if you want to evaluate him. Like he needs to be evaluated. If you want to evaluate him and say, hey, this is our quarterback of the future, he has to have all the tools. And Debo is the wrench, the screwdriver,
everything.
He's
the whole toolbox.
All that. Yeah,
he's the whole toolbox.
Oh,
exactly. So
yeah.
Yep. So
what about Garoppolo? They gonna do Garoppolo?
I don't believe he. I don't think he's gonna be there.
Garoppolo.
I think I heard this week a reporter asked Shanahan if he expects Garoppolo to practice with the team, and he said he doesn't think it's likely. So again, they're dogging him in the media again. I just don't see how he, even if they kept him, like, why would you stay?
Yeah.
You know, they gave him permission to seek a trade, so I don't think he'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, man.
Yeah. So
wow.
We'll see, man. Like I said, man, training camp's open. I can't wait for the season to start.
Listen, man, we are almost at kickoff for the NFL, fellas.
Yep.
Yeah. Woo.
Can't wait.
Woo.
Get ready.
So we got the Hall of Fame. We got the Hall of Fame game coming up soon.
That's next week, right?
Yeah. Either next week or the week after. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited.
Real quick, before we hop off, I just wanted to get into this the Knicks and Donovan Mitchell trade discussions with Utah, man. What are you guys thinking? What do you think they should give up to get him, Emerson?
Listen, they should give up one of the Broadway theaters. Okay. They should give up the Statue of Liberty. All right. And then anybody else that they want on the Knicks roster to get Donovan Mitchell. That's what they should do. So one of the Broadway theaters, the Statue of Liberty, and anybody else on the Knicks bench to bring Donovan Mitchell to Madison Square Garden. That's what the Knicks need to do. Dolan, if you're listening, make sure you make that happen.
I mean, what are they asking for?
Everything.
I ain't giving
picks. How many picks did they ask for? First round. Can't remember. It was.
I want to say 5.
5 or 6, right?
Something like 5 or 6. Who cares? Who cares?
3 or 4.
Give them. Think about okay.
I'm not giving up RJ.
Wait, I'm not giving up RJ. Wait a minute. The last 5 number 1 picks the Knicks have had. What have they done? you want to go back to Frank Nicolina? Huh?
You got
you got okay. All right. The unicorn. I can go on, huh? Listen. Donovan Mitchell is a proven player in this league. Give him what he wants. When he gets to New York, okay, he should have lifetime rights to any steakhouse in New York City, all right, when he becomes a player. But give the Utah, say, listen, come get the Statue of Liberty. You can have it, all right? Put it in downtown Utah. Whatever you want to do, get Donovan Mitchell to New York. I don't care what you have to do, all right?
All right. Brian, what do you think? What should they give up? Is Utah asking for too much? What do you think? What would you do? Put it that way.
I would give maybe 3 to 4 picks. I'll give you Obi. Probably give you, what else would you? Not
Randall.
giving up RJ. Pretty much after that, anything else is on the table after that. I know they're not gonna take Randall. That ain't
About
happening.
Knox.
I'm not
Yeah, he's
giving up
gone,
Ellis.
right?
I'm not giving
That's
up
right.
Grimes either.
No.
So Grimes is another one I'm not giving up. So those are two
Okay.
players I'm gonna try to start our base with, and I'm not giving up those. But anything else is on the table. I'll give you Quigley. Still have to throw some more players in there. I don't even know what they got left. Dolan.
Yeah. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up RJ. I'm not giving up Obi.
Ooh.
I might.
Ooh.
I think the Knicks have is it 11 first round picks?
They got all those picks. What are they doing with them?
I mean, I
This is the
might
time to use them.
Right.
All those picks.
So I might give you 6 first round picks. They won't take. Yeah, I might do it. They just to kind of so you're not touching Obi, you're not touching RJ. I'll throw in quickly.
Ooh.
And I might give you what is it? I'll give you Grimes. And I really
nobody wants your garbage, man.
I just don't want to give up my young core.
Nobody wants your trash.
You're giving Grimes.
I'm giving you 6 first round picks.
And just trying to give me all your trash. Oh,
over the next 6 years. I mean, and I'll give you.
Who they got at power forward? Can they take Randall? I would like to.
I don't think they want him.
Nobody.
I think the contract. They don't want to touch it.
Nobody wants.
Well, then you might as well get rid of Obi then.
I can't.
Clashing. They play the same position.
Yeah, but you need somebody to come off the bench. And Obi's a young talent, man. I'm tired of them giving up. I'm tired of them giving up talent, that homegrown talent, and then they pick up. Not saying that Donovan Mitchell is gonna be a bust, but like I asked you guys before, do you think getting Donovan Mitchell gets you to? I think I asked if it gets you to the finals, but would he get you to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah,
Can you guarantee that?
Guarantee that. No.
Can't guarantee that, but he'll make with him and Brunson. I think they'll make things very exciting in New York.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
They will make things very exciting. You're gonna know you've been in the game with them.
I just don't want to sacrifice the young talent that we have. And no knock against him. It's just more of, I guess, what I've been through with the Knicks, the heartache, and seeing how they let talent go, kind of bidding against themselves to get a star player. So
they always just pick the wrong people. They just pick the wrong people.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to happen.
They need to go to Rucker Park and find their next best player.
It's going to happen, though.
It's right there. Go to Rucker Park. James Dolan, if you're listening, go down to Rucker Park and find your next best player for the Knicks.
It's crazy. And, I'll say this. What's kind of makes me a little disgruntled as a Knicks fan, and I know they're crosstown rivals, but in all this Kevin Durant talk, The Knicks name did not get brought up. Not once.
Not
man.
one time.
Not once.
Not one time.
It ain't what it used to
You know
be.
what I mean?
The Garden,
Yes.
the Mecca. Come on. What's the problem?
That's a shame. That makes me a little upset.
Come on.
because To me, that means
Listen.
Durant said, "Not the Knicks. I'm not
Here's
going
what
to the Knicks."
they need to do. They need to put Spike Lee in the front office.
For Spike. Okay.
So hold on. Wait. To come to the Knicks, you can be in my next movie. So that should be a part of the contract. That should be the selling point. If
That
you come
ship
to the Knicks,
sailed, man.
you
That
come to the
ship
Knicks,
sailed.
you can be in Spike Lee's next movie.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do to get somebody to come to New York now.
Well, yeah. And on that note,
it's called do the right. It's called do the right thing.
Yep. Yep.
and on that note, we're gonna wrap up the show tonight.
So do the right thing.
This black.
Get ready, Raheem.
Yeah,
Get ready, Raheem. Ready, Raheem. Ready, Raheem.
But for all
Wake up.
WWE fans out there, SummerSlam. Don't forget, SummerSlam
Right.
is this Saturday, July 30th.
Saturday.
Woo! Man, that used to be some of them good
Yeah.
days, man. Wrestling. I remember them days. Hulkamania. Where all my Hulksters at? Hulkamania, huh? But listen, they got some new kids on the block now. So
Yeah,
listen, SummerSlam. I'm gonna be tuning in. I'm gonna be tuning in.
new and improved.
Yeah,
And,
I'm gonna be tuning in.
The
Definitely.
action will be kicking off at 7:30 at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. So
Woo!
tune in. As always, it's going to be a good show.
Yep.
WWE SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Woo!
Yeah.
As the great Ric Flair would say, woo!
But Emerson,
Yes, sir.
tell our viewers why they should tune in next week and take us out, man.
And because we're gonna have, wait a minute, hold on. Let me just do this real quick. Would Malcolm and Aaron please report to the main office, please? Malcolm and Aaron, please report to the main office now. Okay, folks, I'm sorry. Listen, tune back into us next week. We're going to have some more great sports talk right here on Exo Sports. This is the hottest show in the land. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Tell a friend, tell your cousin, tell your homie. Listen, invite the whole family to tune in to Exo Sports Talk. We're going to be right here back at you next week. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Woo!
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
See
We'll
you
see
next
ya.
week.
And we're going to have our swag back.